Welcome back, everybody. Bob and Jared here on another fantastic Sarcasm Speaks. So we got sports back. Especially when this comes out, we will have all sports back, except for football. But football's not really scheduled to start.
Football shouldn't start yet anyway.
Because the NHL started Sunday, or will start. Will start from right now, but when this comes out, it will have started, or Saturday. Sorry.
Saturday, I think.
Yeah, the Bruins play Sunday, so that's really all I care about. And the Celtics will also be back.
Yeah, what are they this past Friday?
I think so. Yeah. So, baseball, however, not doing so hot. I mean, they were back for what? 4 days, and they postponed the Marlins.
Well, see, this is and you know the Pikachu meme where Pikachu's looking at the camera with his mouth open.
Yes.
Okay, so you're telling me MLB decides, we'll just play in the stadiums, which I didn't actually realize that until like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought they were just staying in the spring training sites, Florida, Arizona.
Yeah, so did I. I didn't realize it until the whole thing with Toronto came out that the city of Toronto wasn't going to let the Blue Jays play in the stadium. And I was like, wait, they're not doing what I thought they were doing before? Because remember, they were talking about splitting the league and getting rid of American and National League and just having like the Jupiter League and the Grapefruit League. So everyone that plays spring training in Florida is just going to travel amongst Florida and play each other there. That's one league. And then everyone that plays in Arizona in the Grapefruit League just plays it. That's the other league. That's the National League, American League, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, it doesn't matter. That's what I thought they were doing. But apparently I was wrong.
No, so they're playing in the stadiums, which means they're traveling.
Yeah.
And Florida's an absolute shit show right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, also, it's the Miami Marlins traveled to Atlanta, which is the strip club capital
here we go.
of the world.
So that's the thing, because this ties into Lou Williams as well.
Yes.
So
that's what came up.
My sources,
yeah,
Jim Murray on the Sports Hub, who lived in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Strip clubs are in fact different in Atlanta.
Yeah.
They are. They're not the fucking Squire.
No, they're classy, and there's like one on every corner. It's the strip club capital of the world.
So it's
at least the country.
So, like, for example, Magic City.
Thailand might be the world.
Oh God, stay the fuck up. Would you ever go? Like, what would it take to get you into a strip club in Thailand?
Oh God. I don't know. A significant sum of money. Maybe like $5 million.
You would have to have me on fucking benzos or something. Like something where it's like I couldn't walk on my own. Like a weekend at Bernie's scenario.
Fun drugs and $5 million.
Well, it's like I don't think you could like. That's the thing is like I don't even think you could even pay me to go. Well, I mean I'll do anything for $5 million, but
yeah, that's what I mean.
Lady boys are not.
Yeah, you want me to take the lady boy in the back? Yeah, sure. Or let the lady boy take me in the back. I guess would be more. Yeah, $5 million, sure, fuck it.
But but no one. Here's the deal though. No one's gonna give me $5 million to do anything.
No. Well, what do you mean? We're just gonna take the money from the billionaires.
Oh right. Sorry, I forgot about that.
We deserve that money.
I don't deserve it.
I don't deserve it.
You deserve it?
No, I don't deserve a goddamn thing.
But so like Lou Williams, because everyone's giving him shit. It's like, oh, had to go to the strip club. Had to go to the strip club. Oh, had to go to the strip club.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from the informed opinion of Atlanta, not all strip clubs are what you think they are.
Right.
Now, there's an element where they're exactly what you think they are.
Yeah.
But there's also an element like where they do serve food. There is like a lounge to hang out. It's not necessarily just on the stage, just up in the room. Like, some people go there and literally just go to the bar. And I know what the fuck you people are thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. Oh, famous last words. Famous last words. No. I'm not fucking kidding.
Like, no, some of those places down south, I know particularly about Atlanta. I'm generalizing about the South.
But we can say Atlanta because we know Atlanta's like that.
But some of those strip clubs, at least in Atlanta, have like 3-star chefs.
Yeah.
And that work in the kitchens there. Like, people legitimately go to strip clubs for the food in Atlanta.
Yes. Or at least Magic City. Like, a couple of them.
Yeah.
Not everyone.
Right.
because the rest, some of them are exactly what you think they are. Like when I say that if you're not from Atlanta or like a similar area, and I say Atlanta strip club, I know what you're thinking.
You think immediately
disgusting,
whatever strip club gross, is in your town.
Yeah, nastiness.
Yeah. It's not the Foxy Lady.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. What's the other one? Alex's.
Yeah, and it's not PT's in Portland either. That place was fucking gross.
Yeah.
That place sucked.
But so it is different down there. So that explains Lou Williams.
Yeah.
Because did you hear that the wings that he got are actually named after him?
Oh really?
So I have that unconfirmed.
Yeah.
So if anyone hears that and is like, "Oh, he fucking didn't," then whatever. Yeah. The high school kid told me that. But allegedly, the wings that he got are named after him. How do you not get them?
Right?
Well, whatever. Yeah. Happy isolation.
Yeah.
But so the Marlins, they're in Atlanta, can't help themselves.
Right.
Where do they go?
Right.
So, based on that, let's just assume that's true for this sake.
Yeah.
Is it a baseball problem or is it a Miami Marlins problem?
Right. That is a Miami Marlins problem.
Because as of today, which I know we're recording early, Juan Soto is the only guy to test positive. Mm-hmm. And in the 5 days since he's tested positive, he has tested negative 11 times.
And they won't let him play.
And they won't let him play.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they have, 19 guys now on the Marlins that have tested positive?
19 members of the organization, including coaches.
Yeah, okay.
On the field people. Coaches, and
right.
no front office people or no nerds.
Right. So, I mean, I know a lot of people now are just saying, just cancel the Marlins. They're like, fuck this team, just take... Honestly, because it is a Miami Marlins problem, and I heard this take on the Sports Hub earlier. I actually didn't hate it. I think it was the midday show, but it wasn't the normal characters. I forget who was on. But anyway, they said, you know what? If this comes out, if they investigate this, and it was, 8 or 9 guys that went to the strip club, and then they thus infected the rest of their team that got up to 19 people, and it's isolated to the Marlins, and it's a Marlins problem, and they actually investigate, and this is what they find, kick the Marlins out of the season.
It fucks up everyone else's schedule, though.
Yeah, but the point that was made was it sends a message that we're not fucking around, and we all want to play, and if you want to be a dickhead and not follow protocols and then put you and then thus your team and then the next step, the rest of the league and season in jeopardy, you don't get to play.
I got a better idea for you.
What do we got?
Put them in. I get without looking it up. I got to imagine that Flint, Michigan, probably has an affiliate.
Yeah.
Put them in that stadium.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so you guys aren't gonna fuck up the rest of our league because there's a lot of games that would need to be played. Yeah. So it's really gonna fuck over a lot of other teams.
Yeah.
And even the Nationals were like, they voted not to play the Marlins this coming weekend.
Yep.
And it wasn't because of the team; it was because they don't want to go to Miami.
Right. And now also. The Phillies aren't playing because the Phillies just played the Marlins.
Yeah.
And the Phillies are supposed to play the Yankees right now, and that series is postponed.
Yeah, I think that the Phillies can play again. I think they're gonna miss 3 games.
Yeah, I think it's wait 72 hours.
So I think it was Monday. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
A negative result.
Well, actually, they're still waiting for their test results.
Yeah.
Fucking talk about craziness.
Yeah.
I think it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They will not be playing, but I think they're eligible to play again on Thursday.
Yeah. But like,
that's what I'm saying.
My other thing is
put them in Lowell.
Yeah. They're talking about like pausing the Marlins season and then eventually letting them come back. So what? So you're gonna extend the season a week at the end of it just for the Marlins?
But what are you gonna do? Double headers? Like
that's what. Yeah, that's I don't understand.
And my thing too. It's like so. I would normally be on board with you saying, "I just kick out the Marlins," but it fucks everything else over because you're gonna really fuck up the schedule. Right. Because there's not enough ways to make every. I don't think.
Yeah.
Some interns probably figuring out right now because if it's like, well, the Marlins are supposed to play the Red Sox for 3 games, the Yankees for 3 games. Well, why don't we just have them play each other 3 more times?
Right.
But it's gonna fuck over another team, whether it's double headers.
Because I think this year all baseball is playing 3-game series. series.
Could be. I think there's a couple twos mixed in.
Yeah, so then maybe you make the 2s and 3s and make the 3s 4s. You know, maybe your guys in the division, you get 4s. You know what I mean?
But then it's like you're really fucking over that other team because clearly the Marlins have decided they don't give a fuck.
Right.
They suck.
Yeah.
What are they? They're only playing for their contracts.
Yeah.
They don't care otherwise. They're going to fucking strip clubs during the pandemic.
Yeah.
They're the only team, the only positive tests.
Yeah.
Put them in Flint.
Yeah. I mean,
have them play in the Springfield Isotopes Stadium.
Or the Woo Sox. They don't need. The Paw Sox. They don't need their stadium anymore.
That's true.
Because now they're the Woo Sox.
Yeah, they can go to McCoy.
McCoy Stadium. Yeah. Fantastic Pawtucket.
Yeah, they can go play there.
So
then they'll just end up at the Cadillac Lounge.
Yeah. Which is worse than whatever.
They'll catch something nasty there.
Yeah, they'll catch something deadlier than coronavirus.
Ebola. Airborne Ebola.
So my thing though too is like, so now we have sports that are coming back, but you know, the NBA and the NHL right now seem to have it kind of figured out. They're doing the bubble model, they're doing everything, they're keeping guys under quarantine and all this shit. It appears right now that things are going well. I mean, we'll see in a couple weeks if some guys decide to sneak out. Or, I don't know. I'm not saying they will, but just, I don't know. You never know what's going to happen. But they seem to be doing it right. The MLB has a lot more freedom, and 4 games into the season, someone fucked it up. Now, translate that over to the NFL, where... So the other thing, too, is also it's a little bit easier to contain in the NHL and the NBA because the rosters are smaller. Every NBA team has 15 guys, and every NHL team has 25. Baseball has 4. Well, now they have 60, right, with expanded rosters.
I couldn't even tell you.
Football has upwards of 100. I mean, they cut down to 53, but
we'll see what they cut down.
They have practice squad guys, and they might go expanded rosters because of things. So they might end up around 70. So you got every team with 70 guys on it. Like, yeah, so we're having success so far with the NHL and NBA at 25 and 15. And you get the MLB at 60, and you had one team fuck up after 4 days. Now you have the same model that the MLB is using, which is essentially business as usual, minus no fans in the stands. You know what I mean? The no fans in the stands is the only difference. Other than that, business as usual. Now you're going to do that with the NFL? You think that's going to work?
You might have to go bubble situation. You might, but I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how you do that.
But, allow me to rephrase. I do know how you do it. I don't know how you either find enough stadiums.
Yeah.
Or, basically just enough facilities. Because hotels and shit's not hard.
No.
If they decide, okay, well, the NFC is going to be hosted in Dallas.
Yeah.
Let's just say. You can use Jerry World. You can use the Cotton Bowl. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the East Coast equivalent to that would be.
No.
But I'm sure it's there. I'm sure there's a big college stadium right next to a legit NFL stadium.
I was going to say, honestly, as weird as it is, Ohio, because you have Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Ohio State. You have Miami, Ohio.
Oh, you could.
You know?
Yeah. Regardless, though, and then if college football doesn't, because this all assumes college football doesn't play, which I just don't know if it's gonna or not.
Yeah, it's not very good.
If it doesn't play, then you don't have to worry about the Saturday TV contracts.
Right.
You could run 3 or 4 games on Saturday, 3 or 4 games on Sunday.
Right.
Fucking screw Thursday, screw Monday.
Yeah.
And then you could do that, that's your bubble scenario, but you have to redo the schedule.
Yeah. And I don't think the NFL particularly wants to do that. So
no.
The other thing too is now, so actually the day this comes out is the deadline for players opting out.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. You know, we still have time as we're recording right now, but we don't know who else is going to opt out. There's been a significant number of Patriots that have opted out, but other than that, across the league, there hasn't been a ton.
No, we don't, I know Marquise Goodwin.
Yeah.
He has,
the guard on Kansas City, the Duvernay,
but he
Duvernay Tardif.
He did that like he said that like earlier.
He's also a doctor.
Yeah, he's gonna go like work the front lines.
Yeah, that is wild. He's a Super Bowl. He's a professional football player on the offensive line for a Super Bowl winning team, and he's also a doctor.
He's Canadian, right?
Of course, because Americans wouldn't do that.
No.
Americans would be like, "Oh yeah, cool. I'm gonna be a professional football player and I'm gonna make a fuck ton of money." Canadians are like, "I'm gonna finish my degree and then go through med school, and then be a doctor, and then I'm gonna save lives." It's pretty much the difference between Canadians and Americans.
There's one NFL player that I can think of that did that, and it was Myron Rolle, and he played at Florida State.
Yeah, and
he was good, but everyone knew that he was gonna go. He went to Oxford to study.
Jesus.
And now I think he's a neurosurgeon.
Sick. I think there have been some guys.
But everyone said it too.
Post careers that have finished their degrees and gone. Like there's someone. I feel like he's a former cornerback in the NFL. For some reason, I want to say Dominique Foxworthy, but I don't know if it's.
I'm pretty sure Dominique Foxworth got killed.
Okay, so maybe it's.
Wait, nope, that was Darren Williams.
But there's some. I want to say for some reason there's some former NFL cornerback that's gone on to become a doctor.
Is it Myron Rolle?
I don't know. Maybe. But so we're getting the opt-outs, and so we don't know what that's gonna look like. You know, we don't know who else is gonna opt out. We don't know what the season's gonna look like. I mean, the big talk on sports radio around Boston is like, well, does this affect your view on the NFL season as a whole and also the Patriots season? And it's like, well, currently as it stands, yeah, I mean, a slight amount on the Patriots season, but not really on the NFL, because the Patriots are really, as we stand right now, they're the only team that's going to be significantly affected by this. With no Chung, no Hightower, no Marcus Cannon. I mean, that's pretty much it. There's some other guy, Brandon Bolden, Dan Vitale, like, you know, but with every position outside of Hightower, they do have depth. So no Chung this year, okay. They just drafted the kid Duggar, and they also signed Adrian Phillips. So can you get the same production from Patrick Chung from those two guys? I would hope so.
You know what else?
Patrick Chung is good. Don't get me wrong. He's a very good safety, but he's not better than two guys. The value of two guys combined.
I mean, I'd still rather have him out there.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think between the two of them, they can make up.
Well, if you think about so because my normal argument with something like that is, what is the drop off gonna be?
Yeah.
Because with Pat Chung, again, I like the guy. I prefer that he was out there at least for one more year. He doesn't make every play.
No.
He's not Hall of Fame, All Pro.
He's not Rodney Harrison.
He's just good. And that's the thing.
He's very good.
He's just good, but there's some times where, you know, he gets a matchup and he simply can't cover. Maybe Duggar can now.
Right.
Like Travis Kelce.
Right.
Chung can't cover him anymore.
No.
But maybe Duggar can. I don't know.
Right.
But for sure, now Hightower won't be there to fucking biff him off the line.
Yeah.
And then have Chung pick him up.
So of all that, Hightower is the big loss. It's going to be tough to kind of.
You know what's funny?
That. But you can move people around.
But I agree with you, because I think Hightower is a big loss. Remember when we were already move on from him?
Yeah.
Because of the injuries.
Yep. That's the other thing too. I heard someone. It was Chris.
He was ready to sign. He was ready to sign with Pittsburgh, and we were almost like, oh well, if he gets like a lot of money, then you know we definitely won't take him back.
Yeah. Chris today at the gym said, Cunty Chris said that honestly this year off might do him good, because he's been so banged up in the last 3 or 4 years. Maybe he just takes a year off, does his thing, comes back next year. He's got a year to actually heal and all this shit, and maybe he plays fine next year. Yeah. And then maybe he retires after that. I mean, he's 30 years old right now.
Yeah.
So he'll be 31 next season. You know, how much longer is he going to play after that? The guy's tore his pec twice, or his pec and his bicep, and then he's fucked up his shoulder. You know what I mean? He's had more fucking surgeries. I feel like he had a knee thing when he was at Alabama.
Yeah, I also sometimes confuse what he did with what Gerard Mayo did too. He definitely lost the season to a torn pec. I know that.
Yeah.
I think, unless that was Gerard Mayo. Gerard Mayo definitely did too. I think he's torn both pecs.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, but my thing too is like, regardless, all these young guys and these draft picks, Bentley, Uche, Winovich, like all these guys were gonna kind of have to play anyway.
Right.
Might as well let them play.
Yeah.
The year's fucking crazy anyway.
Right.
We don't like the quarterback situation is a quarterback situation. There's no prep. There's no fucking camp.
Yeah.
Honestly, just let them go out and almost play like fucking pickup style.
Yeah.
Just let them go out there and just be like, okay, all you guys are like super talented. Just play football.
Yeah. That's the thing about the defense.
It'll never happen though, because it's got to be a sign. It'll be like the Stephon Gilmore game against Carolina in 2017.
Yeah.
Where no one had any communication going.
Right. So the hot take today at the gym, someone at the gym goes, I don't know if a couple more people start opting out of this season in the Patriots, I don't know, you got to think that maybe Bill Belichick is behind this.
Who the fuck said that?
I don't know, some big kid that, no, he's not a kid, he's probably our age, he trains with Craig. I don't know. He's shorter than me. It's a little...
With a beard?
Yeah.
He's older than us, but...
That's what I mean, he's relatively our age. He looks our age.
He's like 40.
I was going to say, you're going to tell me he's 40,
yeah.
I'm going to say, holy shit.
Yeah, he's like 40. He's like Craig's age.
Oh, shit. Well, he looks like he's 30.
Yeah, no. Yeah. You know what, though? He does say shit sometimes just to say shit. He's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
Same guy who, when I was ripping down the Wall of Fame at the old building, because we needed to get rid of the pictures, he took a picture of himself doing the Heisman pose, got it, put it up on a poster, and taped it to the wall one morning before we got in.
Nice. But yeah, he said that, and I was like, yeah, man.
No, I'm sick of the. I'm already sick of the one day of fucking hot takes where some people are going, oh, this is just part of the plan. Because there was a text and Schefter put it out and fuck Adam Schefter. Like Adam Schefter's fine, but fuck him on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, talked to an NFL exec that said Belichick might be behind this and this might be part of the strategy. And when I ask how, the response is, I don't know, but given who he is, I wouldn't put it past him. It's like, what? Why the fuck would you want your best players to opt out? And what the fuck does that do? Except now some people are like, oh, those salaries don't count against the salary cap?
Yeah.
Oh, if we don't use up that salary cap money, we get a credit for next year? Great.
Yeah.
Here we fucking go.
Yeah. So I'm not a huge Tom Caron fan, but this is the one time where I was like, okay, all right, I got it. He actually made a really good point. He replied to all those people talking about the Adam Schefter tweet, or just to the Adam Schefter tweet, I think itself. And he goes, it's things like this that show the ineptitude of the NFL and why there's so much turnover in the NFL at the head coach and GM positions. And then he said, like, I forget what he said. It wasn't mental gymnastics, but he said, like, Belichick owns, like, the mental game or something like that. Like, because there's legitimate NFL executives and head coaches that think Bill Belichick is up to something because of this. It's like he has that much of a fucking hold on their brains that they think that, like, he's doing something secret.
No. Patrick Chung's expecting a child right now.
Yeah.
Very, very soon. Hightower just had a kid. Marcus Cannon had cancer. I don't know Vitaly's deal, and the other two bums don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
doesn't matter.
Marquis Goodwin ain't playing because him and his wife lost a kid. Now they finally have a kid.
They've had 2 or 3 miscarriages since 2017. Wow. And they just...
I gotta imagine they probably have 2 miscarriages and then 1 success. Because he does have a very young kid.
A 5-month-old.
Okay.
So he has got because I saw that today. They said he has a 5-year-old and him and his wife have had 2 miscarriages prior. So he's like, nah, fuck this. I ain't playing. He goes, I'm not messing around with this. So I don't blame him on that one.
Yeah, but I don't know, because the other thing too is a lot of people looking at it and going, oh, the opt-out's a great idea. You get to, push your contract out a year. Yeah. They can also cut your ass.
Right.
So it's like Patrick Chung restructured his deal. It might have been like hey, we'll give you that 2-year extension, thinking, dude, we got one more good year out of you.
Right.
And now he's like, okay, I'm not going to play. And it's like, hey, you know what, man? That's fine. You don't play. Like, you well within your rights, whatever.
Right.
Come next camp, cut.
Right, when he's 32, 33.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
I think he's 32 right now.
A lot of guys are also looking at, a lot of people are looking at the guys who opt out as like, oh, well, they just extended their career a year.
Yeah. Well, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Well, so the other thing, too, is the whole thing, what I tried to say at the gym, too, was the Patriots it was almost like a perfect storm for them because the reason why they have so many guys that opted out is they have some older guys that have been in the league for a long time that have made a lot of money and also have rings. So they said today on the radio, Marcus Cannon, Dante Hightower, and Patrick Chung, between the three of them, have 3 rings each. So they've also been paid. Dante Hightower has been paid a fuck ton of money, over $50 million, I think. I feel like he signed that 4-year deal for like $40 million, and then he was a first-round draft pick before that. So he's got to have made over $50 million in his career. Patrick Chung has been in the league since 2009. He signed a big deal with Philly a while ago. Like, he's got to be made, tens of millions of dollars, somewhere between 30 and 50 probably. Marcus Cannon just signed an extension 2 years ago. Maybe it was worth like 20 or 30 million. So it's like these guys have money. They have the rings. They have the accomplishments. Like, what do they need to do? Like, why do they need to play this year? They don't have to. It's not like they live paycheck to paycheck. It's not like they're the 52nd guy on the roster that's fighting every week to get the game check. Because the guy makes $17,000 a week, which to us might seem like a lot, but to these guys that, there's no job security, it's not a lot. So, do you have their career earnings?
Nope. So can I break some news?
Sure.
So can I break news even though today is a Tuesday and this isn't going to come out to the following Monday?
Fuck it.
All right, get the sounder going.
Yeah.
The House of Representatives in Massachusetts has approved the sports betting bill.
Oh, let's fucking go.
So I think it does need to go to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Could be wrong. And what Massachusetts is going to get is a true untethered mobile betting. So you don't need, in Rhode Island,
you have to be in the state.
No, you still have to be in the state, but the Rhode Island app is tied to the sports book at the casinos.
Yeah.
This does not need to be tied to a casino.
Oh,
so it's like New Hampshire.
Right.
New Hampshire, in untethered is in quotes, because New Hampshire doesn't have casinos.
Right.
So they can't tether to anything.
Right. Okay.
So we can have DraftKings and FanDuel, I believe.
Okay.
So 5+ mobile platforms.
Let's fucking go.
Casinos and racetracks.
Let's go.
No one cares about the tax rate. No one cares about the integrity fee. League revenue sharing. Official league data on all in play. Yeah, so I guess as far as we're concerned, we're mobile and in person in Massachusetts.
Let's fucking go.
There's no time frame, and I do think it needs to go through the Senate.
Yeah, which means they'll drag their feet.
Well, the legislative session ends on Friday.
Right. Yeah, because we're at the end of July. So, yeah, I don't know. So the other thing too is they. I forget what the article. I thought I saw 600 million. You said it was $600 billion they're projecting to be behind on the year.
Massachusetts?
Yeah.
$6 billion.
Yeah, $6 billion. So this is part of like a Massachusetts economic stimulus thing, because we are lacking so much tax revenue from businesses being closed and shit like that. that they're like, shit, we got to recoup this money, so let's just make sports betting legal, because then we can just collect taxes off of that. So
they should.
Yeah, but it took coronavirus to get them to pass sports betting.
Although I will say, Daniel Wallach has been saying it's sometime in 2020.
Yeah.
So actually, coronavirus might have actually delayed it a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Because wouldn't it? I'm having a stroke, dude.
Do you smell burnt toast?
It smells like toast.
Lay down on the ground and.
It would have been nice to have sports betting before NHL NBA playoffs, which didn't happen. So.
Yeah.
The other thing too is with this mobile and like with DraftKings already being set up, dude, this might go live. If they approve it Friday, they might be able to go live like August 15th.
Might have to check my sources.
Which part?
I have potential insider info in DraftKings.
It's true. I don't think you're gonna get it though.
No.
He seemed to be
seemed to be pretty tight-lipped when I asked him before.
Yeah.
Didn't want to share any info. Weird. Nope. Weird. He likes his job. He didn't want to tell me anything. But I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask. Reach out, do some investigative reporting. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have an answer for you guys eventually. Probably not before you hear it publicly though. So cool. We got sports. We got people opting out. You know what's well, do you want to how do you feel about talking about the Heroes Act? Because we kind of mentioned it the last episode, and I said I was gonna wait because we talked a lot about the billionaire thing. There's no bourbon in that.
What I can do though, I can fill up because I'm gonna be yelling. So what I can do is I can fill up while you're like explaining it, and then that way I'll be nice and primed and ready to just fucking lose my mind.
Yeah. All right. So let me actually pull this up again really quick. So as I alluded to in a previous episode, I went to Congress.gov and I looked up. It is HR 6800, which is also known as the Heroes Act, which is essentially, for all intents and purposes, it's part 2 of the CARES Act, which got everyone a $1,200 stimulus check back in, I don't know, fucking April, May, whatever it was. So I'm just going to read the summary really quickly. Among other things, the bill provides emergency supplemental appropriations to federal agencies, provides payments and other assistance to state, local, tribal, and territorial governments, additional payments of up to $1,200 per individual, expands paid sick days, unemployment compensation, all that stuff, modifies and expands the Paycheck Protection Program, which is the PPP program, which a lot of small businesses needed to get loans and things for that to save their businesses. It establishes a fund to award grants for employees to provide pandemic premium pay. All that's hazard pay. So they're going to create a fund to actually pay hazard pay to essential workers without deeming who an essential worker actually is. Expands several tax credits and deductions, which is always a fun one in there. Sneak that in there.
Why? So the rich don't have to pay taxes?
Yeah. Provides funding and establishes requirements for COVID-19 testing and contact tracing, eliminates cost sharing for COVID-19 treatments, which essentially means that it would force you to get free health coverage just for coronavirus stuff.
About time since this thing's a mess.
Yeah. It extends and expands the moratorium on certain evictions and foreclosures. And it also requires employers to develop and implement infectious disease exposure control plans. So it also modifies and expands, and it gives this whole big list. So it talks about health insurance, broadband, so they're trying to expand internet for people, changes some stuff with immigration, student loans, financial aid, yada, yada, yada. And it also it also does a whole lot of other shit that's like completely random.
Well, let's get into some of the details, shall we?
Yeah, because last week I was really fucking bored, so I sat down and I read the entire bill when I heard it passed the House of Representatives. So the House of Representatives is controlled by Democrats, so they put all of this shit together and they passed it. And the total cost of the bill is $3.3 trillion. Now, similar to the sports betting thing that works in your state government, the federal government works the exact same way. So the bill gets passed in the House, then it moves over to the Senate. However, in federal government, the Senate is controlled by Republican majority. So they came out immediately and said, yeah, no, this isn't going to happen. They want the bill to only cost $1 trillion instead of the 3.3 that's been proposed. So they're just going to start hacking it up and taking shit out and changing stuff and whatever.
Well,
so some of the things that are in here, let me pull up the actual text, which is going to fucking probably take 15 seconds for my webpage to load because it's so
well, the thing that makes me so mad about this is, again, without a political affiliation, it just feels as though the Democrats kind of have a feeling, because this is where it started with the Democrats, right?
Yep.
So the Democrats have a feeling of what and when, like they know what the fucking Republicans are going to squash and what they're not. So it's almost like, again, and I'm a big fan of don't ask, don't get.
Yeah.
But you put in all this stuff and it's so fucking annoying. It's like, you guys are so fucking illogical.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I mean, you have to ask for a million other things because you know the Republicans are going to look at it and go, well, the Democrats want this. Well, opposite. Hit the opposite button.
Yeah.
Because we can't fucking do anything without it just being the opposite of what the other side believes. But I know one that particularly pisses me off is the PPP.
Yeah, they're going to change.
They're talking about making that completely just forgivable, like for whatever.
Yeah, they're changing the requirements.
So when I first applied for the PPP, it was they take your average monthly payroll, multiply it by 2.5. So if you typically do $10,000 in payroll, they would give you $25,000. Now, of that $25,000, quick math, originally $18,750 was supposed to go to payroll.
Yes.
Which leaves you just over $6,000 to use for other expenses, including rent, utilities, things like that. Okay, that's fine. I have one employee, so we didn't get a lot of money. And we got a little bit, which, didn't even pay half a month of rent, and it was gone.
Yeah.
So we followed the rules. We took 75% of that money, and they said over 8 weeks, you use it up for payroll, and then 25% of that money goes elsewhere. You're good. We'll forgive the money.
Yeah.
So we look at it and like, okay, it's free money.
It's literally free money.
It's literally free money. So we take the loan, we take the money, we follow the rules exactly. On the week that we were gonna run out of the money, they loosened the restrictions to, I think they made it 60% of the cash had to be for payroll and 40% could go elsewhere. And it's like, okay, that's a bummer, but whatever, we still paid our employee, what did we pay it? Like, whatever.
Yeah.
And now they're talking about the whole thing being forgivable.
Yep.
So here we are. And if it was like this from the beginning, what we could have done was we could have applied, we could have taken the loan. If it's all forgivable, it's free money. We could have used it for the business.
Yes.
And then we could have told our employee, hey man, why don't you collect unemployment? You're going to get a raise anyway. Like with the additional $600.
Right.
We're back to operating, so we would have been still getting it.
Right.
But the whole point of the PPP was to keep people on payroll. So by following the rules, we're the fucking suckers, and our employee missed out on a couple extra bucks.
Yep.
Because, and that was the thing.
Everyone gets fucked.
When we applied and got the money at first, the extra $600 wasn't coming out yet.
Right.
And there was a little bit of uncertainty because it's not just an hourly employee. It's, you know, we have like commissions and like other stuff like that. So it wasn't so black and white.
Right.
And then, so we get the money. Then all of a sudden, everyone's getting an extra $600. Anyone who's ever worked ever, whether you work now, not 3 years, everyone's getting money.
Yeah.
And it's like
you file for unemployment, you get an extra $600.
Yeah, and it's like, well, fuck. Well, we're gonna continue paying them.
Right.
I mean,
because you had to, otherwise.
Because we had to.
Otherwise, you'd have to pay the money. It no longer becomes free.
Then it's not free. You have to give it back.
Right.
So it's like, you know, not only did the business get nothing from this program.
Right. Which
is supposed to be, it's going to help save the businesses. Nope, didn't do anything for this business specifically. Promise you that. Then it actually did the employee a disservice because he could have just sat there and sucked the government's tit for fucking extra money. I don't know what it would have eventually mounted to, but
right.
I mean, everyone was getting a raise on unemployment, so he would have.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Yeah. So there was that, which again, it hasn't passed through the Senate yet, so we don't know. They might say fuck the change on the PPP, but either way, whatever.
I wouldn't be surprised if that one. If that one became completely forgivable, I would not be surprised because the way it was so easy to forgive the loan anyway.
Yeah.
That they're not gonna hammer anybody for that. So if that one became completely forgivable, I would not be surprised. And it's just like, man, what the fuck?
So
fucking waste of time.
Some of the other stuff in here is extending the $600 unemployment bonus through January of 2021.
Nay.
Right.
Nay. I vote nay.
I also vote nay.
I vote nay.
Because all that is doing is keeping people on unemployment.
Yeah.
Because
why?
People are going to choose to stay unemployed because they're making more money.
Yes, and it's happening.
Yeah.
Especially younger people.
Well, it depends if.
So it's not happening with professionals because professionals realize if your employer was closed and now goes, all right, time to come back to work, and you go, I'm not coming back to work. And it's like, why? Oh, well, you know, it's not safe and, you know, I'm collecting unemployment and that's okay. It's like, no, that's not what happens. We're coming back. Are you coming back? Nope. No, I don't think I'm going to. Good. Send me a letter of resignation.
Yeah. So
guess what? When you quit a job,
you don't qualify.
You qualify, but you don't get as good of benefits.
Yeah.
As opposed to being laid off.
So I always hesitate to call things just like conspiracies and look for that shit in it. But depending on who you want to listen to, the whole thing about extending the unemployment is to artificially inflate unemployment numbers.
Yeah, well,
to get Trump out of office.
I would say what's happening in November.
Right. Yeah.
So, because here's the other thing, what is the point of unemployment?
It's to assist people that don't have jobs.
Exactly.
What they're turning it into right now is
incentive not to work.
Yes. Yeah.
It's incentive not to work.
Right.
Now, there are some people out there that genuinely need the unemployment.
Absolutely.
And the extra $600 helps.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. How motivated are those people who are just getting the extra money gonna be to get off unemployment?
Right. Not that motivated.
I wouldn't be.
No.
So let's just say, because the max you can get on Massachusetts unemployment is $823 a week before taxes.
Yeah.
So if you choose to take all the money, it's $823.
Yep.
If you get the extra $600, that's $1423. Now, not everyone makes $823 because you have to make real money to get that.
Right.
We're talking approaching six figures. So if you just work like middle of the road job, whatever, maybe you get $400. Now they're gonna give you the extra $600.
Right.
All right, well, how fucking hard are you gonna work to get that same job, knowing you're not gonna get the $1,000 a week?
Right.
You're gonna milk it for everything you can.
Right. So the other thing in here too is talking about. So it all sounds great, but
doesn't sound fucking great to me.
So, no, what I'm saying is, to pitch it to the public. So, what it all sounds great is they stick something in here as a student loan forgiveness too. I think it was.
Oh yeah.
It was up to. They were willing to forgive. I forget what number it was.
I think it was 30 grand.
Up to $30,000 maybe of student loan.
Yeah, it was like 10% of your debt, but no more than 30,000.
Is that what it was?
I think so, because I think the example. I think you said an example to me where if someone has like $400,000.
I think I just might have made that up, like as just a talking point example. Like,
there is no cap
to demonstrate. No, there is. There's a number, but I don't know exactly what the number is.
Oh.
I don't remember. But they put in there to forgive like a certain amount of student loan debt, and then there's another thing to forgive mortgage payments. There's another thing to send out another $1,200 stimulus check. What the fuck else is in there? There's, I think those are the big ones. But, so also in there too, they even though it's the Democratic Party, they still stuck in tax breaks for some people. So like, but you're not going to hear about that in the news. What you're going to hear is when the Republicans send it back, they're going to be like, well, look what they stuck in there, which you already did, which this is hilarious because Elon Musk, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this. I saw it randomly on my Twitter. But, so I'm going to try my best to kind of summarize the situation. So someone sent out a tweet saying like the new HEROES Act, stimulus bill, whatever, is going to send another $1,200 to people. Elon Musk replies to that and goes, everything in this bill, or some of the things in this bill are not good. We shouldn't do this. So then Bernie Sanders replies to Elon Musk and goes, oh, how dare someone who's received government welfare from whatever, because Tesla gets a lot of government money because they're a green company.
Yep.
So he goes like, how dare someone that's received government welfare try and stop 30 million Americans from receiving other money, like whatever. So this guy that posted this like screenshotted all of these, and the third screenshot was Bernie Sanders saying, this new it's a different time, obviously it's not the same thread, but and he goes, this new Republican presented HEROES Act is like he said some stupid fucking word like untenable or something, and he goes, it has this much money for F-35s, this much money for armored vehicles, this much money for all this, and then someone like replies back and takes another screenshot and like goes back to Elon Musk and it says, see, I told you. But like, this is like the ridiculous shit. It's like it's all public pandering is what it comes down to, and this is why like I know we joke about it before, but we need someone like Elon Musk, someone like a Jocko Willink, someone like the fucking Rock. Like at this point, I don't care. Give me someone who's a straight shooter. Where Elon Musk says, I looked at the bill, I don't like it. But you have Bernie, who's still public pandering, saying, how dare you to say no to people getting free money when you get free money from the government? It's like, well, that's, you're harping on like one part of the bill, Bernie. You have to read the entire thing, because Elon said the whole thing is no good. He never said he didn't want people to get $1,200. He just said the bill sucks.
Yep.
And then literally like at some later date, you made a tweet that said this bill sucks.
Yep.
So you agree with him. But publicly on Twitter, you tried to shame him and make yourself look good. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we need to get away from. I'm so fucking sick and tired of this bullshit. Give me Elon Musk. Give me Dave Portnoy for all I fucking care. Portnoy, Musk. Like, run. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Like, anybody. Anybody is fucking better than these old, stupid, fucking idiots. They all suck.
But, yeah, it's funny because I fucking suck, but at least I'm not a politician.
Yeah. So that's what it was. There was I feel like I'm forgetting another piece of this.
Well, dude, the student loan one's a fucking huge part.
Yeah,
we should not be giving fucking student loan forgiveness.
That's the other thing too. I think I said that to you, and I was like, as much as I would love my student loans to be forgiven, like I recognize like that's not a good thing to happen.
No.
To the economy.
No.
Because now all of a sudden the federal government is like, they I think this is what I said to you. They just burn the money.
Yes.
The federal government will just be essentially burning money.
Yes.
Because they gave my dumbass $50,000 to go to school for 6 years, and then all of a sudden they're going to be like, oh, that money that we loaned you that we expect to be paid back with interest, which is how we make money, yeah, that's all gone now. Oh, cool. So how are you going to pay for all that other stuff? Because you were expecting me to give you, whatever, call it $65,000 plus after paying, you know what I mean? After payments with interest, the 50 becomes 65. How you, what? So you were expecting to have that money and now it's gone. So now what are you doing? Like, how are you going to cut government spending? No. Well, why would we do that? Well, you just burnt probably $500 billion in relieving everyone's student loan debt.
But also, just think, what kind of message does it send? It continues.
Right.
It sends the idea.
Responsibility.
Oh my God, I have so much debt.
Someone save me.
Someone save me, or the government will save me, or the government will bail me out.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they fucking won't.
No.
The government does not care about you.
No.
The way I look at this $1,200, listen, I'll take it. It's free money.
Yeah.
But it sounds like hush money.
Right.
Like, hey, everybody.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of Rick and Morty with like the Pluto's a planet.
Yeah.
It's like, but like behind the scenes they're doing some fucked up shit, and then it's like, hey everyone, but though here's $1,200.
Yeah.
Or it's like, hey,
dude, that's like just how government works in general.
Or it's like.
Behind the scenes, they're doing fucked up shit.
Yeah, but it's like here's $1,200 to shut up.
On the surface, they're like, "Look at us, we're great, we love you, we care about you."
Yeah, it's like here's $1,200.
Yeah.
Now shut up. We're gonna go do some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
And it's like businesses. Hey, here's some free money. Yeah, it ain't fucking free, or it is free, but it doesn't fucking do anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything for the business. Fuck you.
It's
like
it's so
to hear all these programs. Someone asked me too. They were like, hey, during this time, like, why don't you just, like, go on unemployment? I'm like, I don't want the government's fucking money.
Right.
They're like, yeah, but, like, you know, you could have just, like, taken it. And I'm like, I don't want them helping me.
Right.
Fuck them. Because all they've done to this point is fuck me.
Right.
But then it's like, oh, well, you know, now we'll let self-employed individuals collect unemployment.
But you know, you're, like, that's the other thing too, is people that just blindly take the extra $600 and take the unemployment and don't look at like their tax takeout. They're all fucked next year.
That's gonna be hysterical.
Next year, when tax day rolls around next year, oh my God, people are gonna be rip shit. Be prepared for the Twitter fucking storm.
Yeah. Oh, how do I owe on taxes? That money was oh God, it's gonna be a mess.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a fucking mess.
Because there was a way to do it. There's a way to withhold taxes from the money.
Yeah. Well, people aren't going to do that.
Well, people aren't going to do that. They want
their money now.
Yeah.
And then it's like come tax time, it's like, all right, well, you owe $5,000. What?
Well, I don't have $5,000.
Well, we gave you an extra $600 for 3 months. What did you fucking think it was going to be? Nothing?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are, you know, some people are probably getting between $1,000 and $1,400 when they only deserve between $4,000 and $8,000.
Yep.
You know, not getting taxes withdrawn.
Yep. Come
tax time, fucking shit show.
Government's coming for that money.
Hey, and guess what? If you don't file, you took government money. They'll fucking know.
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about the easiest way to get audited? Be on unemployment. Be on Social Security.
Right.
All those things. Because guess who they're fucking coming for? Right. It ain't me.
Right.
Because I haven't taken shit from them.
Right.
They're coming for all those people that have fucking 1099s coming their way, or whatever stupid form it is.
Yeah.
They're all fucking coming for you, and you all better be fucking ready for it. Because when those tax bills come in, a $3,000 tax bill, I'm gonna guess that's pretty significant for most people. Not a big tax bill. No. Not a big tax bill. $3,000 is not a lot of money.
Nope.
And you may owe it. Because you decided you were just gonna sit back, take their fucking money.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I just won't file or I won't claim it. They'll fucking know. Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
100% guaranteed. Because that info's on that application.
It's tied to your name.
They have their records.
Yeah.
They will know so fucking quickly.
Yeah. So
if you're in auditing, you're gonna be fucking busy next year.
As much shit as I like to give government for being like all out of sorts and ridiculous, the one part of the government that kind of has their shit together is the IRS.
they have to be the most competent agency in the entire government.
Yeah.
They're
outside of like military operations, like the IRS is probably like the most competent part of the government.
Because think about it. Does anyone really think they can fuck over the IRS? I don't think anyone does.
I don't think anyone
Some
does.
people think they can try to hide from them.
Yeah, but I think everyone realizes that you can't run.
But here's the deal. If you want to hide from the IRS, you better not be taking checks. You better not be fucking logging into their system.
Right.
You better not be putting your social... Like, the second you submit one application, they're fucking watching you.
Yep. So, good luck with that.
Yeah, have fun. I hope you guys were putting an extra 30-35% away each month, or every paycheck that you received.
Yeah. Nope, definitely wasn't.
No way.
Not
These idiots?
No, not a chance.
College kids sitting on their ass?
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, too, that I said this to you the other day. I forget who it was on Rogan. It might have been one of the Weinstein brothers. I don't know. I don't remember. Or maybe Jocko said it. It doesn't matter. Somebody on one of the Rogan podcasts I was watching said the issue here with the whole like stimulus thing is that they want it to look good and they want to say like, oh, everyone needs money because they can't pay their bills. Well, let's give the money to the people. Let's give $1,200 to every single person who qualifies. But what that fails to do is address the problem, because what you're doing is you're making the assumption that people are going to actually use the money for the bills.
No.
So what they had said, whoever this guest was on Rogan had said, what should have happened is the government should have said, okay, people can't pay their mortgages. All right, well, we will give this lump sum of money. I don't know how much money went out in the CARES Act. Let's just call it $1 trillion, because I like this. Let's say $1 trillion went out in those $1,200 checks.
Yep.
Well, instead of spending $1 trillion to write every American a $1,200 check,
give it to the mortgage
you take
companies.
$1 trillion and give it to the mortgage companies to then suspend payments for 2-3 months, whatever, however long, whatever you have an agreed upon time. So there you go. Now we don't have to make a mortgage payment for 2 months.
Yep.
Because now it's like having a child, essentially. Like the government is supposed to be the parent, and then we're all the children, and it's being the fucking dumbass parent that just gives the kid money to do whatever.
Yep.
Rather than, oh, what do you need the money for? Oh, okay, well let me just buy that.
What did you do with your $1,200?
Honestly, I don't even know. I think I probably used it for shit around the house, because that's when we were doing outside projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know what I do with mine? Sit in my savings account.
Yeah.
Because I'm waiting to buy the shed.
Yeah.
Because now they're like, oh, we might be giving you another one. I'm like, all right, well, if you're going to give me another one, that makes my life easier. So let me see how this plays out.
Right. Yeah, I think I blew it. I spent it all on shit for the house, between like the rocks and the wood and all that shit that we bought, and when we redid the screen, like at the porch and everything. I think I spent it all. I spent it all in the house. Yeah. I bought the nail gun, the air compressor, and all that shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, so
I didn't use it to pay my bills.
So did you and I use it for any intended consequences?
No.
Nope.
So.
And are we different than any other average person? Nope.
Slightly less.
I would say we're probably less frivolous.
Yeah.
But no more like responsible. I guess we are. We probably are more responsible, but no less different.
Fiscally, at least.
Yeah. But I would say like no less different. People get their $1,200 and it's like kick it into savings, kick it into the stock market. Like,
yeah,
no one's using. The last thing I want to do, and that's the thing is like if I was in that bad of shape where I needed the $1,200 to pay the mortgage, I would have forbeared the mortgage.
Right.
I would have just kicked it out.
Right.
Like, so it's like you would have given me the $1,200 and I would have kicked that out, and I would have forbeared student loans if I had them. Mm-hmm. Like, I would have just kept kicking everything out. Let it be like next person's problem.
Right.
What do I care? So it's like. Yeah, just here's some money, get away.
It's classic. It's almost the American way. There's an issue, because this is how our medical system works, at least. There's an issue. You're presented with symptoms. Well, we're just gonna treat the symptoms. We're not gonna look at the underlying cause that's causing those symptoms. It's like, oh, you have
you have heart disease.
It's like someone, or like someone turns out to have like a food allergy or something. Like they get psoriasis. Let's use psoriasis. That's a good one. It's so like someone keeps like having psoriasis breakouts. Well, just keep putting this cream on. Keep putting this cream on. Oh, it's not going away. Take Humira, because that'll stop psoriasis, but it also pretty much destroys the rest of your body. It's not. I don't know. Maybe let's look at what's causing your psoriasis flare-ups.
Why are you having the psoriasis?
Oh, every time you eat rice, your psoriasis gets bad. Well, I guess you're gonna have to eliminate rice from your diet.
Nope. Give me the pill.
Nope. Yeah, exactly.
Yep, so, give me the cream, give me the pill.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we did with this. People can't pay their mortgages. Here's some cash.
Yeah.
Take some cash. You guys will do right with it, right?
Yep.
No, of course not.
I'm sure liquor stores, drug dealers, takeout places, Home Depot, places like that probably did fine.
Yeah, Home Depot got all of my $1,200.
I was gonna say Home Depot probably did great because a lot of people decide, and again, take the $1,200, put it back in the economy, not a bad thing, but it misses the point of hitting people's bills and debts and stuff like that.
Right. So, I don't know. That's all that shit, but fuck it.
That's not bad. I didn't have to scream.
We gotta have.
I thought I was gonna yell and scream.
What I will say though is we will have a verdict by the time this episode airs on Monday, because Congress goes on recess also on July 31st. Isn't that great? They just get a whole month off.
Well, my favorite thing is the fiscal year starts July 1.
Yeah.
And
but then the congressional year starts September 1, I think. It's like, what? What the fuck? Honestly,
and we swear a new president middle of January.
Yeah, nothing makes sense. The only thing that makes sense is nothing makes sense.
Korg.
Yeah.
He's fucking great.
So, I don't know. The other thing is like, I lost my train of thought because I had to write that down. What were we talking about? Nothing makes sense.
Congress.
Oh, so the whole reason that started, that they get the month off, is because, and this is what I want to happen again. If I ever become a politician, this is what I'm going to run on, which means I won't ever win anything. Is that
if you become a politician, I'm going to start minorly poisoning your stuff. Not enough to kill you, but just enough to give you like the runs every single day.
All right, that's fine. But politicians used to be a part-time job. Like back in, when the country was founded, probably until the 1900s. So up until the 20th century, politicians used to like have a real job. So they used to be like dentists or blacksmiths, lawyers, picket, firefighter, whatever. You pick the profession. There was probably someone in Congress that did that. So Congress used to only be in session for certain times of the year, and then they would all disperse and go back to their regular jobs.
Imagine that.
But now they do the same thing essentially, but they get paid to work full time. Yeah. So.
Wow. Yeah. Imagine that.
Yep. But I'm a big proponent of turning Congress back into a part-time job.
I would fucking love that.
Yeah.
Imagine if so.
Well, that's my thing.
Forget the parties. Forget the party affiliations.
Big government never does anything good. Find one time in the history of the entire world where a large overbearing government has done something good.
Well, I'm just like I'm even thinking. So, say you fill the place, and it's like, all right, so we got, and they probably can't use teachers because they probably have to work, whatever. But like, all right, so we got a few people in the trades. We have some firefighters, some civil work, like people who work civil jobs.
Yeah.
Get some teachers in there, maybe some higher ed people, whatever, more flexible. Like getting a bunch of people from different disciplines that don't say, hey, what are you? Oh, I'm a politician. No, I'm a fucking electrician.
Right.
I'm a plumber. I own my own plumbing facility.
Right.
What are you? Oh, I'm the millionaire social worker.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it would be phenomenal if we could say, like in our Congress, it's just like the fucking my golf course. There's a president.
Yep.
There's a treasurer. Do you think they go around? Oh, what do you do for work? Well, I'm the president of a golf course. That's not work. You don't get paid for that.
Right.
So still pay these people, but
yeah,
or don't, whatever. Imagine that. Stop paying them.
Yikes.
You'll get some actual fucking people in it. People who actually give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing about some of that though too is now because of lobbying and all that shit and corporations buy fucking candidates, whatever. I saw this one thing one time that it said Nancy Pelosi's annual salary is, I think, like $140,000 a year, yet her net worth is like $24 million. Like, how does that happen? It's like she's getting money from other people.
Imagine if you had like 5 senators and they were like tattoo artists.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I mean.
They would be the ones from Wyoming.
Well, no, regardless, it's like, regardless of where they come from, doesn't matter.
But they'd be the cool ones.
But that's what I mean is like...
You get like ranchers from Montana.
Yeah. Like, get someone like fucking, like outdoor enthusiasts from Idaho, like...
Yeah. That's how you get people to represent all of America. Because one of the issues right now is politicians are so out of touch with the people they represent. Yeah. But if Congress goes back to part-time and you have to have another full-time job, well, guess what? The guy that runs the barbershop that's in the House of Representatives in the fucking 3rd District of fucking Iowa.
Maybe the smartest guy in the room.
He knows what the people want because he's in the fucking barbershop all the time.
Yep.
And he's talking to the people and he's on the ground level. And he can actually affect changes to what the people in his district actually fucking want.
Yep.
Because he interacts with them on a daily basis.
Yep.
They're not these people. Do you know where our congressman in Massachusetts is? Do you know where his office is? Do you know how you can find him?
I couldn't even name him.
Nope, I don't. Me neither.
If it's not Ed Markey anymore, I couldn't tell you who.
Yeah, no, Ed Markey isn't even. He doesn't
is he
even.
Alive?
I think he's a senator now in Massachusetts.
Okay, so I couldn't name for Massachusetts. I could not name. First of all, I don't know how many representatives we have.
I could be fucking this up, but I think Markey won John Kerry's spot when John Kerry joined Obama's cabinet.
Okay. So I couldn't tell you how many representatives we even have.
I think 7.
Okay. Couldn't tell you one. And I couldn't tell you either senator's name.
One of them is a Kennedy.
Oh, that's so weird. I wonder how we got. Hey, I wonder how we got that position.
Yeah, I don't know which one. I don't know his first. I'm gonna assume Joe. I feel like Joe Kennedy. Like, there's so many Kennedys that have probably been named Joe just because of the fucking.
Wasn't it the oil guy?
The great grandfather.
Joe Kennedy.
Yeah, I think there's like 6 Joe Kennedys.
Well, that's the most common name ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how we got that.
No, I mean like just in their family alone.
Well, yeah, but either way, it's like even if it's not in the family.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of them. Couldn't tell you where ours is, where his office is, nothing. I knew Markey's office was in Medford Square.
Is that the only reason I know that he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was whatever our district, Middlesex district or whatever it was his office just happened to be in Medford Square, across the street from Papagino's.
Yeah, he was probably never there though.
Yeah, probably not.
What a joke. But yeah, I mean, that's such a fucking joke.
Yeah. But
I think we need more tattoo artists in Congress.
Same.
Because
I need more of real people.
And I know there's definitely some tattoo artists out there that are pricks, but in general, dude, they gotta sit there and they gotta talk to people, otherwise they'll kill themselves.
Yeah. They're like barbers and like
same thing.
Hairdressers, which is the same thing as a barber, I guess. But like people that like, I'm trying to think of jobs where they have to talk to people all day long.
I was gonna say, I don't think like massage therapists talk that much. I don't know. I've never really gotten one.
Yeah.
But like chiropractors, maybe they see a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously personal trainers.
Yeah.
But it's not the same as like barbers and tattoo artists.
No.
Because barbers just rifle people through like once a month, like rifling. Like tattoo artists, you gotta sit there for like hours. Oh yeah.
And you may be there multiple times.
Like imagine a mechanic in Congress. Imagine a mechanic reading that bill and going, "Yeah, you're gonna have to rewrite this fucking thing. This is too stupid."
Yeah.
Not only is it fucking borderline like illegible. Stroke. Not only is it illegible, all this shit that you want to do is dumb.
Yeah. Well, no, honestly, if we went back to part-time Congress, we wouldn't get bills like that.
No.
I'm willing to bet. We
wouldn't.
We wouldn't have the hidden shit in there.
We wouldn't. No one's reading 100-page shits.
No, they'd be like, I don't have time for this.
Like, I got a fucking Porsche in the garage. Yeah. I gotta fucking fix this thing.
I have to get back to work.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go back to the firehouse. So, can we get a vote on this thing? I don't have time to read 1,200 pages.
Yeah. I got surgery in 45 minutes, so...
Yeah.
Yay, 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 nay, nay, yay, nay, nay, nay.
Yeah. And we're good. I'll see you guys next September. So, I mean, that's what we should do. That's how I'm gonna join politics. I'm gonna run on that, which means which literally assures I will never win.
Exactly.
And if I do, I'll be assassinated after.
No one can hate you that much. No one can care about you that much to hate you that much to kill you.
Maybe I'd be assassinated.
Now that you say it.
That would be the other thing. If I ever won, I would create SNASA. And I would appoint Vinny as the director.
Of SNASA. You know what? That fits.
Yep. Just let him do whatever he wants. Yeah, give him a fake budget.
Yeah, fake credit card.
Yeah. Here you go. Whatever you want. Yep, you run SNASA.
Yeah, like he has like a virtual computer, so it's like a virtual internet where everything he hits just like kind of just doesn't go anywhere. It's like, oh, I ordered a bunch of shit off Amazon yesterday. Oh, did you use your computer? Yeah. Yeah, you're not getting that.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, you have a joke computer.
Yeah. You peel the sticker off the back, peel the Apple sticker off the back, and it says Play School underneath. You want to wrap this up?
We can wrap this up.
All
right, so we have, obviously, with NHL being in Toronto and Edmonton.
Yeah.
Weird dynamic. The Montreal Canadiens, for their exhibition game tonight, are in the Toronto Maple Leafs locker room while playing the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Really?
Because Toronto's the away team.
Wow.
Home locker room, away locker room.
Yeah.
So that's strange because you figure, oh, we're in Toronto, they'll use their locker room, but it's like, no, you won't, because shuffle them in, shuffle them out.
Right.
It's like when we were in Medford, it's like, yeah, so we usually use these two locker rooms. Like, yeah, no, you're not, because it's a tournament here, so get in the other ones.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. So, that was a weird sight, seeing the Canadiens jersey surrounded by a bunch of fucking Maple Leafs. And the Maple Leafs are in, like, their locker room, and it's like, wow, those are fucking bad.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Belichick putting them in the pink locker room.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, that is weird. Because literally the only thing home ice about it is the fucking, like, this, they're in the city.
Yeah, but it's home ice for everyone.
Well, that's what I mean, like, it's because they don't change the fucking logo. Do they even have a logo, or they just have the NHL shield?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I'd imagine they probably just have the NHL shield. I can't imagine they leave the Toronto Maple Leaf up.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
And it's not like they've had the ice up the whole time. They had to remake the ice.
Oh, that's probably the same ice.
Yeah.
Same ice since the 60s.
Yeah. So, I mean, they could just rechange the underneath part. So, I don't know. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that was just it was a strange sight. That's all I have. I don't have much.
I'm just pumped hockey's back. So, admittedly, I went down a rabbit hole today.
So weird. So out of character.
Yeah. So, all over, like, social media or whatever, everyone's like, oh, congratulations, Tom Hanks, Rita Wilson, whatever, all this. So I'm like, oh, what's going on here? So I click on it, and on Twitter, it says, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson officially become citizens of Greece. And then it goes in and it says, the story is that because they donated a ton of money to save land from a wildfire in like 2017 or something, 2018. And then they also say, like, Rita Wilson, they go, despite her last name, is from a Greek descendants or whatever. She's a Greek heritage, something like that. She was raised Greek Orthodox. Tom Hanks changed over to Greek Orthodox when they got married, whatever, all this shit. So I'm like, just looking at it because I'm bored and I'm scrolling through Twitter. And all of a sudden, I see a tweet that replied to that and said, he's running away from #pedogate. And I go, I'll click on this. I got nothing but time. And my God, there is a crazy conspiracy. I wish Dickie was here for this, because he was talking about before. Remember the very beginning of coronavirus when Tom Hanks got coronavirus? He was the first one, the first big name. And then he told us about the conspiracy theory that coronavirus was made up to like get pedophiles and all this shit. Do you remember him talking about that? There was a weird conspiracy theory.
Vaguely.
That Tom Hanks was a pedophile.
I may have also just dismissed it because it sounds
asinine, right?
Crazy.
Well, now people are saying that Tom Hanks is now a Greek citizen so that he can leave the United States. And guess what country? Now, I've seen conflicting reports, but I'm willing to bet the side that's right is the following. So, do you want to guess what country
doesn't have extradition?
Doesn't have extradition rights with the United States?
Sounds like Greece.
Greece. So that's I've seen both people would be like, "No, you're an idiot. Of course they do." And it's like, I don't know. I probably lean towards that. Admittedly, I didn't look into that part of it. But I don't know that. But so now the whole Tom Hanks is a pedophile thing is like weirdly coming back to light, and that he's running away to Greece so that he can't be tried. Because again, here we go, circling all the way back to Ghislaine Maxwell, who no one's talking about. So
only us. We're the only
ones. So
us and Chris, and sexy Chris.
And I will admittedly go Andrew Schultz. If you guys don't listen or follow to Andrew Schultz, like you gotta give him a follow. He's a comedian out of New York City. He's great, but like he's no holds barred. Like he kind of changed the comedy game a little bit. He released he filmed his special back in the day and tried to bring it to all the big places like Comedy Central, Netflix, Amazon. They all told him to pound sand because he wasn't a big enough name. So he said, all right, well, fuck you guys. So he released his special for free on YouTube as a 6-part series and ended up getting millions of views and now has like a super successful podcast, a great comedy career. Like he essentially told the industry to fuck off. He's super smart. He's a great guy. So you have to check out Andrew Schultz if you haven't already. But he's been talking about Ghislaine Maxwell too, and this whole pedophile thing. And it's like, when did they get Ghislaine Maxwell? Was it May? June? The end of May?
I feel like it was June.
June? So, last year, I mean, my timelines could be a little off, but I'm pretty sure Epstein was dead after like 6 weeks of being in jail.
I couldn't tell you.
I feel like it was between 6 and 8 weeks. So, but he was also in the news. No one's talking about Ghislaine Maxwell. But now all of a sudden, we see like under the guise, allegedly, this is all allegedly, Tom Hanks is now a Greek citizen. He's going to be leaving the United States. And there's also rumors swirling that he's a pedophile. And where is that coming from? I don't know. Ghislaine Maxwell is still in custody of the FBI. So the other thing too was
July 2nd she got arrested.
Okay.
I felt like it was sooner than that.
Okay.
Like there's only like 3 weeks.
Yeah. So it's almost a month. It'll be a month, like I don't know, soon. So the other thing too that I thought was weird was somehow in this whole pedogate hashtag that I clicked on, Chrissy Teigen got lumped into that.
Yeah, she's been accused.
And I saw all of the tweets. So she deleted. So the big thing with her is she deleted all of her tweets about being a pedophile. And now people are going to be like, well, she's a comedian. She had a lot of tweets.
Yeah.
Someone screenshotted them, most of them, and put them in like a collage. In that one screenshot that someone posted, there had to have been at least 20.
Yep.
So like
she's been accused.
So that was the other one too. So it's like there was something to do with her, like, and all this shit. Like somehow her and Tom Hanks and all this shit. Like I was reading all of it and I was like, holy fuck, dude, this is fucking wild. Like, is this coming from Ghislaine Maxwell? I don't know, but like,
I'm sure it's all just a coincidence.
The world is, people are starting to shift. Celebrities are starting to like kind of hide and disappear. Apparently the other thing too is that Tom Hanks disabled all the comments on his Instagram, and Chrissy Teigen took herself off Twitter, or like made her Twitter private or something like that. So these people are starting to take all these like preemptive steps to like, I don't know, maybe protect themselves or something, or like insulate themselves somehow. This is some weird shit, and it all fucking started with Ghislaine Maxwell, and then shortly, like literally a week later, was the Wayfair thing. Now we have the Tom Hanks thing. People are talking about Tom Hanks and Chrissy Teigen and all this stuff. I don't know, man. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably not a fucking cow.
Float in water.
Yeah. if it floats in water, it's a witch. So, but I mean, like, god damn. Like, this is, I hope this gets fucking wild. I hope this all comes out. Like, I hope they drop a fucking bomb. Oh, and then the other thing, with the whole Ghislaine Maxwell thing, like last week or whenever it was, they asked Donald Trump about it, and he goes, yeah, I don't know, I haven't been following the situation. And they go, well, do you have anything else to say? And he goes, I don't know, I just wish her well. What? Remember we talked about that on the show? And I was like, what? How do you say that? How do you say, I wish her well? So then this is where Andrew Schultz comes in, and he said he thinks it's potentially, everyone's trying to play nice with her right now because we don't really know how the election's going to go in November. So it's essentially the winning team gets to throw the other team under the bus. So Joe Biden and the Democrats win, whole list of Republicans come out as pedophiles. Trump wins, whole list of Democrats come out as pedophiles. And everyone's trying to play nice with Ghislaine Maxwell right now because they're trying to suck up and make sure their names aren't on our list. And I was like,
what a fucking world we live in.
Wow.
What a world we live in.
This is also, if it turns out to be true and Congress is riddled with fucking pedophiles, like I've said multiple times already, lock them all up, send them all the electric chair, I don't give a fuck. But this is a great case to start over. Why don't we start by going back to making Congress part-time? So selfishly, I mean, as much as I don't want it to be true because I think it's disgusting and it's fucking vile and they're just absolute pieces of scum if it is true. If it is true, I don't know. I like my idea. Let's make Congress part-time again.
Dude, clean house.
Yeah, that's going to be my campaign slogan. Make Congress part-time again. What would that be on a hat? MCPTA. Does that say anything? McPitta. McPitta.
You're an idiot. That could be the title too.
Yeah.
Make Congress part-time. And real quick, obviously there's advocacy groups for everything.
Yeah.
Anyone that's a pedosexual advocate,
you can fuck right off.
You can burn right in hell.
Yeah, you can fuck right off.
So like Hitler will be sitting there in hell getting a pineapple shoved up his ass.
Yeah.
Hitler can shove a watermelon up your ass.
Yeah, because that's disgusting.
And like people fight for it. It's fucking embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, it's fucking embarrassing.
It's fucking embarrassing.
I forget what it was. Dickie said it before too. What was it? It's like a man-boy love association.
Yeah, NAMBLA.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the National Association of Marlon Brando Lookalikes.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, NAMBLA.
Yeah.
Man-Boy Love Association.
Yeah, that's fucking disgusting.
And like people were even calling for the LGBTQ community to add P to it.
No.
For pedosexual.
No.
And they're like, no.
No. That's fucking disgusting.
Imagine that. Fuck.
That's fucked up.
Fuck.
That's so fucked up. Oh my god, it makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you, let's just say you're the Punisher. And you get your hands on a pedosexual. What do you do?
Well, first I'm probably gonna do the Billy Russo treatment and just smash his face off the glass and then
just, like, wipe it back and forth.
Use the glass as a cheese grater on his face.
Well, or her. We don't want to.
That's true. That's true.
Let's not discriminate anybody.
Probably pull out each individual fingernail and toenail
bottle opener
one by one. I don't know what else is torture. But let's throw waterboarding in there because why the fuck not at this point? I don't know. Do some really fucked up shit, and then actually make sure I finish the job, unlike Billy Russo style, and put a bullet in their head.
See, I figured you just light them on fire or something.
Yeah, actually, I like that. I like that better. Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. I like it.
Maybe a little tar and feather to start.
Yeah. I just fucking, I hate those fucking people. So, on that note, that's gonna do it for us.
Hey everyone, enjoy the rest of your day.
Have a great fucking day. Hopefully you're all fired up now that you hate fucking pedophiles. Because I sure fucking do.
Let's go bash some pedophiles.
There's another one. Dan Holloway he's one of the co-hosts on Drinking Bros, and he also fucking hates pedophiles.
Oh, that's so weird. I mean, imagine that.
What?
What's wrong with him?
Yeah,
hates pedophiles.
But people make memes of him now because he's been so vocal about it, and like they make memes about him like going out and killing pedophiles. It's fucking hilarious. So you gotta follow Dan Holloway on Instagram too. It's great. And while you're at it, you should follow us and subscribe to us on Instagram and also YouTube and all that fun shit, wherever you're watching right now. Also, wherever you're listening, whatever podcast streaming service you got. Keep spreading the word, too. Keep telling everybody about the show. Shout out again to all you Kiwis. We're back up. We had a little dip in New Zealand, but you guys are back. We got, I think we had like 30 or 40 downloads in New Zealand this month. Last month, it was down like 20. But so that's good. Keep spreading the word. Keep telling people. Let's get some more fucking listens out there. We're in India now too. Fucking Missouri, Idaho. Big shout out to Idaho. Came out from nowhere. All you guys out there.
I hear their golf is fucking unbelievable, and no one talks about it because I don't think they want us there.
Yeah, no one wants anybody in Idaho. Texas is there too, so it's great. Keep telling everybody. And you can find us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Our Twitter handle is sarcasm_speaks, and the Facebook page is Sarcasm Speaks. So until next time, keep hating those fucking pedophiles, everybody.